Hello. If you are looking to register yourself or a family member for the Girl Scouts of Northeast Ohio, you would do so through eMembership. You do not need to log into our local council website, which is not connected to eMembership. Instead, click Join Now or Join Now from the home page. You will then be asked to either join today as a girl or volunteer today as an adult. If your pop-up blocker is enabled, you will need to right-click and open the link in a new tab. I recommend disabling your pop-up blocker and just left-clicking one of the links. It will then say you are leaving the site, going to another site, like I just explained, and click OK to continue. Here is the eMembership website. If this is your first time logging in since August 10th, you will need a new username and password, even if we have your file in our records. Otherwise, you could put in your username and password. Most likely, you need a new online account. Fill in your information, including your name, your address, and your birthday. To match up, the information must match. Notice here it's found a problem. It says it's found me, but in order to continue, please contact the council. The reason it's telling me to contact the council usually has to do with a missing email address. It wants to send me an email, but it can't because it doesn't have one on file. The other possibility is that I put in a different birthday and the birthday did not match. Let's say I've contacted the council and got the email address added and made sure the birthday matches. Try again and put in my information. Again, this will have to be the parent's information. This should not be the child's information. If you put in the child's information, the child would then be considered an adult in the system, and she really doesn't need to be an adult member when you try to register her. So stick with logging in as the parent, because technically parents should be the ones with the accounts anyway. So I'm using the correct birthday this time, March 12th, 1912. Maybe some of you know what that means. And it tells me, dear current or past Girl Scout member, we found you in the system, please check your email. I can actually close out of this if I'd like, return to the home page, doesn't really matter. What I'm going to do next is check my email. This is my email from admin@noreply@uapps.net with a link to create a username and password. Click the link or copy it and paste it into your browser. And then you can create a username as long as it's unique, nobody else in the country is using it. And probably something you're going to want to remember. And the password must be at least 7 characters long with a combination of letters and numbers. You must also choose a security question. And you are now logged in. If you wish to add somebody to your family, click on your account at the top, or if you wish to register yourself and don't have a family member, same thing, you can click Join Now if you want to register yourself and not a family member. But if you want to add a family member, let's do that. Notice this would be for your daughter. She's already got her address filled in. Click Continue. And it tells me there's a new account for Clarissa. At least one phone number is required. At least one phone number is here. I can continue. Now, you'll see a new tab pop up. It says My Family. It shows between home and activities, or if you're a troop leader, between home and troop leader, or my troop. And you can choose to work with either one of you or both of you, and purchase Girl Scout memberships. Notice for Clarissa, it's asking for what year she wants to register for. Early Bird will be the 2014 to 2015 year. Now it's asking for the information that mostly you can click Next on because it's already all updated. As I said, you only need one phone number. It's already there. You can put both in if you have a cell phone number for her, but really if she's under 13, we don't need that. Race and ethnicity are required fields. Notice race is check all that apply, or you can choose not to share. We prefer that you do share because it helps with grant funding purposes. For the school search, I recommend searching for as little as possible. For instance, John F. Kennedy could be under J.F. Kennedy or John F. Kennedy, so just search for Kennedy. Here's a list of schools that it could be, John F. Kennedy or, as I said, J.F. Kennedy. Or if I can't find it, just check off school not found. And let's say you go to a school that you sometimes abbreviate part of, like Saint schools. Saint is actually spelled out, S-A-I-N-T. We spell everything out for our schools. The number of years in Girl Scouting. Notice I said she's in 10th grade for the year that she's registering for. That's not the year that she is currently. So it's asking for the number of years in Girl Scouting. That's the number of years completed. She would not have completed 11 years if she's on her 11th year now, coming up. She would actually have completed 10. Half digits you can round up. If like they showed up halfway through the year and are really considered members for the entire year. Now, it's asking for a troop, camp, event, series. What pathway of interest is she, entry is she joining as? If she's joining a troop, check off troop. If you happen to know the 5-digit number, just type it in there. If she's interested in other pathways, you can check those off as well. Now it's asking for guardian information. Notice, since I just created her, it doesn't have her guardian information for custodial care. I need to put in her custodial information. That's an easy field to skip by mistake. It's also asking for the guardian's employment. Search for it much like you search for the school, although GSNEO technically is abbreviated. If you can't find it, you can always select Company Not Found. If you have a Guardian 2, you can look it up and copy the address from the Guardian 1. If you don't have a Guardian 2, Guardian 2 is a second Guardian, in other words, not just the mom. If you don't have it, you can uncheck it and move on anyway. It's not a required Guardian. This is a summary of the girl you added. Continue. And now it brings you to the adult. Adults must register as either adult members for $15 or lifetime members for $375. Notice graduating seniors are not on here. Graduating seniors must register by paper. Again, update the information as an adult. since I'm a parent of Clarissa here, it will already have most of my information in here, such as my employment is already there. Number of years as a girl, that's not a required field if you don't remember. Number of years as an adult, that is a required field. Again, number of years completed. Are you a Girl Scout volunteer? If you click no, it won't ask you for your positions or anything like that. But if you're a troop leader or something like that, you're going to want to click yes. Now it asks for the role you're serving as a troop leader. If you had not clicked yes in the last page, it wouldn't ask you this page. It would skip on to the end. So I can choose troop leader. Let's say I'm only an assistant leader. Choose the year, the troop. Again, if I only know my 3-digit number for the troop, I can put that in, and it will tell me all the troops that have that 3-digit number in it, but you really should know your 5-digit number. If that was the wrong troop, I can delete it. And let's say I don't know what position I want as a volunteer. You don't actually need to fill this page out. You can just skip it and click next. And here's a summary of what I filled out for myself. Now it summarizes all the required data fields that people that I've registered, saying that they've collected all the data. Continue. And it allows me to check out. Here it's asking if I would like to contribute for family partnership. If I say yes, that does help alleviate costs for other girls. You don't have to at this time, and you can choose not at this time. Now it asks for credit card payment. The only way to pay is through a credit card. If you wish to use financial aid, that must be done by paper. You must also check that you are accepting the promise in the law. And this is not a real credit card number, by the way. If you try it, it will not work. And now that I've completed the order, it tells me I can print it off. Or I can just go back to my family, print membership cards. I have pop-up disabled for the moment. Let me enable them. And here's how your membership cards print. It usually prints 6 to a page if you have 6 people in your family. And I can also go back to my order history and see that I've done these 2 registrations today. Or I can search even further back. Thank you.